What's up, everyone? This is Ryan Benjamin. I'm here to do some live streaming tonight. I'm here with my lovely co-host, Hanny Cake. Talk to the hand.
Can you see my hand?
No, can't see.
Hi, everybody. Oh, yeah, you can see my hand.
Oh, they can? Oh,
yeah.
the screen's like this tiny.
Yeah, I know. So you see a sliver of hand.
Yeah. So,
Ray said there he is. Yuri says hi. Girly Weirdo.
Hi, Yuri.
Hi.
What's up, Bray?
Hi, Bray. You spelled my name wrong.
Wow.
It's Bray, so I feel like I can call him out.
So, tonight's the last of the follow-ups of Comic-Con. Some of you guys, yes, I am late. I am extremely late. It's because some of you guys, I had a lot of work I had to catch up on, and I'm finally caught up.
Yay!
So, I'm well caught up on some of them, not all of them, just some of them, the most important ones. And so, Brothers Bond will be out soon. That I can guarantee because I'm caught up. So now, a lot of you guys who've been waiting, who actually supported Kickstarter, and you've been waiting, bless you.
Thank you.
This is good news because the book will be, it's going to be huge. That's all I'm going to say. The book is, so far, it's about, it's almost 200 pages. Yeah, it's just going to be like just packed full of just beautiful art. So basically, there's a lot of stuff on Webtoons that I had to reformat, and I had to change some of the art that's in there. So you're going to get updates on a lot of the art. You're going to get there's certain panels that were drawn vertical, and I have to redraw them horizontal. So you're gonna get that
Landscape action.
Yeah. So yeah.
Can I get through some comments?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Spice Weasel says, "Sup Ryan, sup Hannah." Hello, Spice Weasel.
What's up?
Bam. Hi, Girly Weirdo. D. Roger says, "What's up, all?" Matt's art story says, "Hi, Ryan and Hannah." Hello. Hello. Bray says, "I forgot the other N, but that might be my keyboard. It is jank." Chief says, "I was super wrong about when you'd start. I figured you would show up for another 4 minutes." And Toof says, "So Ryan, did you work directly with any of the folks axed at DC today?"
I am positively sure I did.
As far as who, we don't know.
Yeah, because I'm still finding out a lot of details on that.
That sucks.
Which is horrible.
Yeah.
There was a point in time when there were a lot of artists, including me. We were all like staff artists over at DC. And then DC had to like pretty much axe all of us and change us into staffed into contract artists. So I mean, it's part of the industry. It's part of the economy. As the economy goes, the industry goes. So and vice versa. The economy also, the industry also depicts the economy. Um, so yeah, you know, it sucks. It sucks. Just to see this happen to DC, which is like my home. So. But anyway, I hope I'm talking loud enough you guys can hear, because I remember I was having some mic issues before when I was streaming and I was recording actually, and the voice came out really muffled. So um, just let me know if you guys can hear me or not. Um, I'm going to try to attempt to draw two pieces tonight. Well, actually, because I'm still closing up on some of the inks. I think this is one of them I'm still finishing, so I still have a little bit left to finish up on here. So, and then I'll be done with this one. And the Superman. You want to show him the Superman? The DKR.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
It's upstairs. I have it upstairs. So I finish off that one. I just have to finish it. I just have to ink it. But the pencils are there. You guys can see the pencils if you want, or if I can get it for you. And so the first one I'm going to do. I'm going to focus on Spider-Man, and I'm going to try and do the best I can.
Okay. Ray says that's a touchy one. He needs the question.
Oh, yeah.
Of the DC. Punker says, good evening, y'all. Hello, Punker. Tooth says, the most important question, though, is if you will be okay with all this. The artist won't be on the chopping block next, right?
No. I'm not concerned about it. Because we're contract. We're not full-time employees. It's pretty much pay as you go. That's the situation. So it's when they need me, then I work, then I get paid, and then when they don't need me, I don't work and I don't get paid.
Meaning they don't pay for our health insurance.
they do offer that. If you
really?
You have the option to opt into it.
Is that cheaper than?
I never opted into it, so
I'm sure it's about the same.
Because I already have insurance. So
anyways, I know, but if it's cheaper,
I'm okay. And but yeah, so.
D. Rogers says soundtrack is good so far. Hi, S. McCarty. He said sorry to hear Ryan. Crummy day. Hear you loud and clear.
Oh yeah. Good.
How are you doing, S. McCarty? Spice Weasel says, tease me some wet works, Ryan. And Two says, Ryan, you, Hannah, and the kids can crash in my spare bedroom if you ever lose a gig.
Oh.
Well, thank you. That's quite generous of you.
I'd have to lose the gig and my house. For that to happen. So.
What was I gonna say? I don't remember.
Hey, so doing Spider-Man right now.
S. McCarty says, man, real world decisions. Times are tough. And he said, hello again, long time no see. I'm hanging in there. I'm glad to hear. I feel like it's been a while since you joined the stream. Hope all is well.
So,
I feel like, sorry, the air conditioning in the neighbor's house is like really loud today.
Oh yeah. Lower. Don't close it all the way.
I won't. A little much.
So, I have some crazy news. Family news, I should say. basically. So, found out today that my aunt, one of my cousins, and possibly another cousin, all of them are infected with COVID. And, you know,
You make it sound like they're diseased.
well, they're infected. They're, you know, they pretty much are. You know, these are cousins that I grew up with. You know, I don't even consider them cousins. They're more like my sisters. You know, my aunt pretty much took care of me when I first came to America. Took care of me and my brother. She helped me out a lot when I had the neighborhood bully trying to beat me up. My aunt used to come out and she's like, ah! She used to fight for me. My aunt did. So, yep. So she's she just found out she's infected. I just spoke to her. She sounds fine. She's at home. She's resting at home and stuff. She's not at the hospital. I think she said she's gonna go to the hospital in tomorrow. I think she said that.
Yeah.
So she's gonna go there tomorrow and then see how see what she can do or whatever, or see what they can do. But yep. So that goes to show you guys, man. There's some people out there that just don't get it. You know, they just don't get it, and they think this virus is a joke, or this virus. You don't play with something that you don't have a cure with. That's the way I look at it. Regardless if it was like there's a scare and everyone's like, it's just a virus, it's just the flu, it's just this, it's just that. But we have cures for those. We don't have cures for this. We don't have a vaccine for this. So why take the risk? That's the way I look at it. Why play with death? You know, it just doesn't make sense to me. You know, unless you enjoy living on edge. You know, and if you do, that's great. Just don't involve me in your, you know, your course of living. So, yeah, especially for you who has kids out there, man. Because we've been checking out the news. Well, I have. I don't know if you guys have seen that this huge amount of kids are infected now.
In Georgia.
Just throughout America.
Yeah, I know, but
I think it's like 380,000. I think the number is the last time I checked. It's like what? I had no idea. 380,000 kids were infected.
Yeah.
And now, I found out my cousins are, and then there are other cousins of mine who are young too. They're, 8, 9, somewhere in that range. And they're they go over to my aunt's house all the time. So I think they're gonna go through the stages of checking them out to see if they're infected also.
yeah, I just hope that they quarantine themselves, especially after since they found out one of them tested positive.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Let's see. S. McCarty says taking vacation this week, so I'm excited for some downtime. Great. You said work has been so busy. 2 says, well, I hope they make it through all right. Girly Ritter said, oh God, I'm sorry. S. McCarty says, well, I hope they do well. Punker says, damn, that sucks, man. Hope for a quick recovery for them all.
Yeah.
Girly Ritter says, I can't imagine I have 2 elderly who would be really impacted by COVID if they got infected. S. McCarty says, I'll send all the positive vibes your way. Louis says, hopefully she is asymptomatic. Spice Weasel says, here's hoping for mild symptoms for all. Girly Weirdo says, about 80% of people infected have mild symptoms to no symptoms.
Yep.
It's the matter of people who are more at risk will be hit really hard. He said, and why wouldn't you want to save someone who are more at risk? People in America are pretty selfish. And during this time, it's really showing. S. McCarty says USA is number 1.
Is it true?
With tear emojis.
Number one. We sure are number one.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I was taking my dog to the vet because flea season has been really rough this year. But yeah, I took him to it was like some Petco or something, and I was off to the side and I saw this lady at the cash register, and you know my dog was being seen by the vet, so I was like, just people watching, and this woman only had like the is it the PPE shield, like no mask. They had that plastic shield over her face but no mask, and I was like, really, lady? Like, what does that accomplish? Nothing.
Not much.
It accomplishes nothing.
I guess she looks like a superhero, but that's it. You know.
I was like, come on, like it's not hard. Just put it on. Like, regardless of like whether you think it's real or not, like, wouldn't you want to side on the caution of error? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, err on the side.
Oh, err on the side of caution. You know what I mean.
Well, yeah, we know.
Whatever.
And, so my I have there are two people I know that had it and they both recovered. So
Ooh, that's good.
the worst one took about 4 weeks to recover, and the easiest one took about a week to recover from it. So
Louise says my best friend is
pretty good.
Is a doctor, and it's not even about being at risk anymore. Young people with no health issues are getting hit hard too. Yeah, you just like, you never know what the long term is going to be as well, especially if, you know, from all the reports that we've heard with COVID hitting your lungs pretty bad.
And the thing is that my cousins are in Florida. You know, we all know that's the worst state right now. So,
yeah,
all in the heart of this virus.
Lou says, I saw a lady with that face protector too, and they still made her wear a mask. Spice Hazel says people are dumb. S. McCarty says, just don't go to PB, nobody wearing masks over there. Oof. Not surprised.
You went where?
PB?
Oh.
Yeah, like PB, OB.
Yeah. I know PB.
OB, like around those areas, yeah. I heard there were gatherings in OB. And police aren't doing anything to stop them. Like, they're putting on like their own little festivals. Like, it's so stupid.
That's insanity.
I know. Anyways.
Well, regardless.
I feel like I'm ranting today.
Just why take the risk? That's my thing. You know,
Yeah.
freedom. Actually, I think I brought this up before.
Yep.
You know, freedom is, it's in the Constitution that you're supposed to look out for your fellow citizens.
Yeah.
You know.
Punker says, I went to a store last week and some like 60-plus-year-old lady was like, I ain't no sheep going to the store. Wicked Rave says, so hypothetically, would Hulk be able to fend off Venom from bonding with him, or would Hulk's rage prove too much to rein in to take control? Ooh, I don't know. I'm not that well versed in comics, so.
Is Venom affected by, or this the alien, whatever? Is it affected by gamma rays?
Kevin says, working retail, you see the biggest right fighters walking around, and the non-logic is just laughable. I think I was reading an article of why right-wingers are more susceptible to the lies that Trump says.
Florida's full of right-wingers.
And I think it had something to do with religion. I'll have to see if I can find that article again. It was really interesting. But basically, it's implying like, I mean, it's a pretty broad statement to make, but they were just saying like there's no critical thinking skills, so they just kind of follow what other people say as opposed to thinking for themselves, which is why you have a lot of people supporting Trump no matter what he says. So I thought that was interesting.
Well, it's human nature to look for leaders, look for someone to tell them what to do. You know, there's been many times I've gone into a room and I'm in a room with a lot of people and we all know what we need to do, but no one's doing anything, and someone has to stand up and say, "Go do this." Then everyone goes over there and they'll do something. You know, it's pretty much the same thing as, you know, when you're walking on the street and you see someone hurt. You know, a lot of people just stand there and look.
Yeah, I think it's called bystander effect.
Like, why aren't you guys being proactive and doing something? But no, they're waiting. Like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
Yeah.
Do I just look? What, you know?
Yeah. It's a psychological thing. Anyways, Kevin. Oh no, we already did that. Louise says he just opened up another clinic in Pomona. He said it's going to get much worse in winter. They won't be able to tell the difference between COVID and the flu. Ugh. Oh, it was a half body.
Yeah, I know.
Girly Weirdo says people are saying that the masks are being used as a way to control the population's mind or something. But it's just basic science. Masks have been used for decades in hospital settings. That's why you had a massive shortage in the beginning of the spread.
So, is this like hypnotism, mass hypnotism? Is this what it is? I mean, how could a mask control someone's brain waves unless you have, you're using the mask as a vice to, you know, or you know, it's just a tip of the spear for something else that you have that's right behind it. But it still doesn't make sense, because it's like, why would it be all over the world, not just in America, and why are people dying? There's people literally dying off of this. It's not like, oh, they're just getting infected and they're just, you know, the first guy who tried to warn the world, he's dead. You know, the government stopped him from warning people, and now he's gone. So, I don't know.
So they're talking about Hulk and Venom.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's talk about
Ray
that.
says, I think Hulk's rage is a breeding ground of emotion for Venom to bond. And as McCarty says, if you think Venom could control Hulk, you're a sheep. Ray says, not control, bond with. Kevin says, I love the section of the Bible that says, thou shalt not be told to wear a mask. Bray says, Venom and Ghost Rider have both bonded simultaneously with Hulk. Girly Weirdo says, this entire event has made me want to drop kick the entire half of the human population. Matt's art story says, have you considered posting scans of your pencil ink commissions as a reward on Patreon?
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Bear says nice. Or noise.
Noise.
Miles. Kevin says hero is here, hooray. Wicked Ray says, let's say no seeing how Spider-Man is created by a radioactive spider, but I acknowledge that Hulk is a larger nuke in comparison. But no radiation does not affect the alien parasite. Vera says, we talking COVID conspiracy theories?
Mm-hmm.
I think we're talking more about the science.
We talk about anything on this channel. Yeah. So whatever you guys want to talk about, just do it.
S. McCarty says the political concept that the party leader is infallible and always correct is new religion. Yeah, it's so bizarre. New.
One thing we won't talk about is the Kardashians. I want nothing to do with those people.
I mean, we did talk about Kanye.
I'm gonna wipe that from my brain.
Why the Kardashians?
No. I mean, it's. You want me to talk about it? That's why you bring it up.
No, I'm just asking. I mean, I'm not a fan of them, but I'm just asking. Like,
it's nothing but fake TV, really. You know.
oh, like how I feel like they script their lives.
It's all scripted, you know, and
Yeah.
you know, I'm pretty sure they have like teams of writers who write stuff out for, you know, this episode,
Yeah.
blah, 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 and all this stuff, but they got people hooked on them.
One of my really good friends and I were talking about this today, and just how reality TV isn't reality TV, but people still watch it. And, like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to get judgmental over the people who watch it, but
No,
it's just
don't.
not. Yeah.
No need.
It's just not for me. Let's put it that way.
I was on the Real World years ago, so I know what's up.
This is when reality TV was new.
When reality TV was just kicking in.
So how much of it was real?
It was all real for me. I wasn't a cast member, so I don't want you guys to think I was a cast member. But
He was a supporting background character.
But it was all just improv. Like they would mic me up, and then I just act normal, you know, and that's it. And then the only thing that's weird is anything you're doing, there's a camera like right there.
Yeah.
It's like kind of like, so you have to kind of ignore it. So it was like that for a while. But
we have an OG over here.
Yeah, I'm that old. Real World, I think it was Real World number 3. I think it was.
Spice Weasel says, "Can we not talk politics though, please? Enough of that in every other medium these days."
Oh, I know, for real, man.
Moonman says, "So is the Venom symbiote strong enough to take over Kardashian?" Bray says nobody can take over that base. Wicked Rave says, anyone else a fan of Witchblade?
Witchblade, of course.
And S. McCarty says, is the radioactivity of a Kardashian too much for Venom to take over? I lost. I don't even have cable to this day. I haven't subscribed to cable in about 9 years, somewhere around there. Not 9, maybe 7 years. 7 years. Mr. Josh says science and disease and politics, though, that isn't part. Wait, that's part of the prod? Wait, which part isn't? Okay. D. Rogers says, I remember the first T word.